Hello again, YouTube. Truth Man here. So somebody wanted a part 2 to relationships are not for good guys, but they're for bad guys. Shout out to Pride the student for getting back to me and saying he wanted to learn more on this subject. So I'm gonna keep going because I had more. Now, let's go back to my college days. Well, matter of fact, let me set you up for what happened in my college days from before that. So I was the type of kid that just had crushes, gave girls Valentine's Day candy, flowers, stuff like that, right? And in return, you know, I liked the girls liked me, but me being the good guy, trying to be the lover boy, I was coming up short, right? Even so much so to where the breaking point was when a girl that I liked it a lot, got mad at me because I didn't have my glasses on and I walked past her. And so she held that against me. And I caught her some months down the line, maybe the next year, it was warming up, saw her cousin, said, "Hey man, where's such and such at?" I said, "I'm gonna call her." I call her, I hear her baby in the background. I say, "Who baby is that?" She says, "Mine." I said, you know what? To myself, I'm like, I'm not even finna be that way no more, man. These women ain't right. And I was listening to that music, E40, Too Short, all them. At the same time, all of this was going on. So I'm like, these dudes is right. So I start being a player. I start being a little more cutthroat. And then I met this particular one, and I was already fully cutthroat, so I ain't even care, you know. She was all into me and was 10 years older than me, but I wasn't faithful. I wasn't trying to be faithful to nobody no more. And it seemed like when I stopped trying to be faithful, that's when they start being clingy, and that's when they start liking me more. You know what I mean? This stuff been going on, man. And how many dudes that will watch this video, if YouTube is fair about it and recommends it and allows people to know about it, will agree with me that their experiences were similar when they were trying to be Mr. Loverboy, trying to be monogamous, trying to have one girl, just be faithful and stuff like that. A lot of that one girl cheated on them. They was treating her like gold. She cheated on them. It happens. Like even one in particular, I mean, I had one when I was younger, like one of my first girlfriends. Boy, I was into that girl, boy. 2 dudes that was older than me. Like, I told y'all about this. You can't blame them fully because she didn't have to go along with it. They said, man, this our girl now. And you come around here, you gonna get jumped. And they both was bigger than me. So I'm like, maybe I'll find another girl. I was, what, 12, 13. They was like 14, 15. Say, this our girl now, man. You gonna get jumped. So, this stuff been going on, man. Been going on. Remember in high school, the dude that went to all the skip out parties with the lowest grades, that if you went to high school in the 90s, had the little gummy, the little curly fade, used to wear the little rayon shirts, knew how to sing, but was a dummy, was a loser in terms of school. All the girls liked him. And I know guys that was like that now they hypes, they drug addicts. And they still be like, man, I remember I had all the hoes. That's how they talk. And they ain't lying. And look how they turn out sometimes, because why? Why, you ask? Because these women, these girls like bad guys. They don't like good guys. There's only a few that do, and you got to question their motive, because a lot of the ones that claim they like good guys, they be like more the controlling type of chicks that think that's why they saying they want a God-fearing man. They don't like good guys, man. They just think they're going to control a God-fearing man. They think he ain't going to be the type to raise his voice or to put her in check. That's why they want that. The type that they can stay out all night and I'll forgive you, baby. That's what they want. This stuff been going on. It's stats to prove it. Who are these married women cheating with? Because a lot of them, they be having rings on their fingers. You know why they cheat? Because they like bad guys. That's why. And a lot of them have a double standard. They cheat on you, they think they're going to cry tears and stuff. I'm sorry, I'll never do it again. You do it to them, they taking the kids and they gone. I'm telling you, man. They out of there. That's just the way it is. And we can fault ourselves for not knowing these things. What do you think the Bible say? My people perish for the lack of knowledge. Remember, a lot of the things just in the scripture apply to other things. People still perish for lack of knowledge. People die in relationship for lack of knowledge. People be in bad relationship for lack of knowledge. What's lack of knowledge? Not knowing and understanding these women. That they for the streets, the majority of them, and they like bad guys, man. People don't be wanting to accept that. People don't be wanting to believe that, because most of these women talk contrary. A hoe ain't gonna talk like a hoe. A hoe is gonna try to talk like a classy woman. Oh, I would never do that. Oh, he's not my type. Oh, this, but that dude be having her slobbing and choking on his knob. The same one to say she got a low body count, and the same one to say that he not her type. He'll have her slobbing on his knob, choking. Be grabbing her head, ramming it into it, making her choke. Miss Classy. And a lot of these women, they put themselves in situations. Like they'll go over to a dude's house. He talking about, let's just have a Bible study. I gotta have it at the house though. And she'll go over there. And then he'll have his wing ding in her face. And you leave it in their face long enough, they gonna suck it. That's why they came over there. They didn't come over there for no Bible study. Because a real woman, a good woman is gonna say, I can't, we gonna have to do that in public. I'm not finna come over your house. But she came over her house because that's how she get down. See? That's how she gets down. That's how she does things. She came over his house because that's how she gets down. And he put his thing in her face. Come on, just come on, come on. And before you know it, that woman, sometimes married, sometimes in a relationship, hoping for marriage, ends up doing something. Now, he was a bad guy, especially if he knows that she was married, that she was in a relationship. A bad guy will still ask you to come to his house. And that's how things happen. And they happen because she liked him. She wouldn't have went over his house if she didn't like him. And now this chick, you trying to wipe her up, but she got somebody else's meat down her throat. That's how off base these guys are. Guys just be blind by love. Listen, man. Arranged marriages be working better than regular marriages. And I'm going to tell you why. Arranged marriages be better because they come in with the right intentions. to further their family bloodlines, for this, for that. So arranged marriages be better. Now, let's just say, anything you question your girl or your wife about, just know that she went further than she's saying, no matter what it is. She did more than she's saying, no matter what it is. Just understand that. And why? Because they like bad guys. And bad guys have a way of getting women to do what they want. A bad guy fake a relationship with her just to get in them draws, and if he don't get in them quick enough, he will replace her. That's just the way it is. Now, again, your girl, your wife, anything you questioned her about, she did more than she's saying. She did more than she's saying. This is the type of questions you want to ask them. Did you ever send somebody some pics? Because in their mind, if they didn't do everything, they didn't do nothing. That's how women think. If they didn't do everything, they didn't do nothing. So you got to start from point A. Did you ever send somebody some pics? Did anybody ever send you some pics? And just watch and see how she reacts to that. Because I guarantee you, man, most guys, that's their starting point. Bad guys send pics. They send pics. They send pictures of their meat stick. They send pics. And they get pics. The woman will send her little stuff open to him. He'll send her a picture of his stuff erect. Or with him with it in his hand. This ain't for kids, y'all, but some of this stuff kids is doing too, unfortunately. And matter of fact, speaking of kids, daughters rebel against their fathers because of the chaotic nature that's within them. And them same daughters that rebel against their fathers, they gonna rebel against their husbands down the line. Most of them. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. If you think back. Your wife is unsubmissive to you. Your girl is unsubmissive to you. She disrespectful. Do you know anything about how her and her father's relationship was? Did she have a relationship with her father? Did she even like her father? I mean, you got to look at these things. You got to look at these things. Was she staying out all night? And that's another thing. These women expect you to believe that they stay out all night when they was in the world, right? Before they got to you, and nothing was happening. Come on, man. Y'all don't believe that, do you? Because see, when we start believing that as men, you setting yourself up. You got to go back to the beginning. Some people need to go back to the drawing board and be like, okay, when I asked her back in the day, what was she doing when she was staying out late? What was she doing when she was drinking those drinks that make women hot? So you was drinking drinks that make women hot and you wasn't doing nothing. Come on, man. This is how we set ourselves up. And then it's like when you start gaining the wisdom, you just be wanting to kick yourself like, how did I not know that? How did I watch the drinks that they avoid now? They avoid them because they know how they get. Dude, listen, man, when I tell y'all, man, like I be saying, I'm your best friend. I'm your best friend. I'm loyal to you. And I'm going to tell you the truth. And the truth is that most of y'all that's trying to get in a relationship with these women, you getting in a relationship with a witch, a liar, a 304, a thought, a chicken head, somebody that got talked into sucking somebody's stick. That's bad. If he like, come on, and they end up doing it, you can't marry nobody like that. You asking for it. So she could be talked into things, man, really? I didn't want to do it, but what? Why? Because relationships are for bad guys. They're not for good guys. And relationships last longer with bad guys than they do with good guys. Because think about it. The average marriage is 8 years. It takes some virtue in a man for him to even get married. Like look, man. Whew. This subject is, be fair, YouTube, be fair. Because people deserve this. People need to know these things. Like I always tell y'all, anybody that gives you an ultimatum should be dumped on the spot. Why is she in such a rush to get married? To get divorced? Like, you can't trust no woman that gives you an ultimatum, man, because them the ones that's going to turn on you down the line. I'm telling you. If you don't marry me, somebody will, blah, 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 blah. Well, let that somebody marry. And then you look down the line, they got 3 or 4 kids, ain't never been married. All they got is a loose, stretched vag, stretch marks. No marriage. But they was telling a good guy, if you don't marry me, this. And he's like, I'm just not ready for that right now. And so they break up. And he looked down the line, and this same chick has 3 or 4 kids, and ain't never been married. Don't you get with her, you better turn cold real fast. Don't get with her. Just look at you don't even know all of what she probably did when you was out of the picture. I don't believe in getting back with women that I didn't dog them out. If they dogged me out, even if I did dog them out, I still 99% would not get back with women. If I think back to my girlfriends, there's very few that I would try to get back with. Very few. Probably not even 2 that I would try to get back with. And I was the one, and again, they all lovey-dovey. And I'm all player. But they was lovey-dovey back then. I'm telling you, man, I know what I'm talking about. Can't nobody win. I will not lose. I could have 1,000 debates on this subject, and I won't lose a single one. Because anybody that tries to act like I don't know what I'm talking about, I'm going to produce stats and proof. It's just that simple. These women like bad guys. They like guys that other women like because they in competition with those other women. They like the same guys. That's why the STD rate is so high. Because they all like the same few. And 9 times out of 10, that don't include you. Let's turn that heat off. It got hot in here fast. It don't include you. Let me know if y'all want more, because I got more. I got more.